Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Wednesday, December 21st, 2022, the first day of the astronomical winter and the winter solstice as we start to move towards the shortest day of the year, and now we start to gain sunlight from here on out as we head from here to June. And in the meantime, we're going to be dealing with some winter storms and winter weather for the region. I do apologize for the lateness of the video. As you guys know, I'm a diehard Mets fan, and I am just in complete shock of this Carlos Correa signing. Yeah, so this is what it feels like to be a Yankee fan in the 90s. Feels good. So we have a lot to talk about with this winter weather pattern, and over the next couple of days, this is going to be a very volatile and potentially could be a dangerous weather pattern, and I'm going to explain why. You know I do not use these words hyperbolically. So let's dive into this forecast because we got a lot to talk about. So right now we have tranquil conditions in place. Temperatures range from the lower to mid 20s over the northern interior, mid to upper 20s in your suburbs, lower to mid 30s on the coast and in your urban areas. Tranquil conditions are in place, and you can see that on our weather tap, surface map, and radar. Not much really going on. We have this little weak cold front that is setting up and diving through, but otherwise high pressure is in control at about 1034 millibars, which is a strong high pressure system. But trouble is brewing, and that trouble can be seen right here. Now, this is an interesting pattern, and I did a long, about 20-minute video discussion on the premium side. So if you want to check that out, definitely check out that in the premium consultant membership, where we talk about the flash freeze setting up for Friday. We talk about the heavy rainfall, of course, for tomorrow, but also the signs of more wintry mischief for next week and beyond. So definitely check out that video. This lifting here is very impressive. Remember what I told you? The colder the cloud top, the stronger the lifting, because it's lifting that cloud top higher up in the atmosphere. So, we already know we have strong lifting here, but we have this separate system here. The reason why, again, why we're not seeing the massive winter storm that was showed last week was because these two short waves are not timed properly. Okay, so this is moving a little bit faster, this is moving a little bit slower, this one's really intense, this one's okay. So, the subtropical jet stream, which is down here, is pretty active. So this is moving off the coast. Goodbye. See you later. This one's marching through, and it's going to lift northward under the influence of this strong shortwave diving south. And we're seeing that pretty nicely here on the water vapor satellite picture. You can see this starting to carve out a nice trough and getting ready to develop an impressive upper level low. Very strong lifting. And then here's our subtropical shortwave, and this is marching and heading towards the mid-Atlantic coast. This will bring us heavy rain by the time we get to tomorrow. And some of this rain will be very intense, especially towards midnight tomorrow. And also, we're going to be dealing with very strong wind gusts. So, this is part one of this impressive weather event. Why is this impressive? Well, let's walk through this forecast. For today, high pressure's in control. No big deal. Temperatures rising into the mid to upper 30s for highs. Tranquil conditions overall in place. Tonight into tomorrow, our high pressure system gives way. Clouds start to increase. Low temperatures will range from the lower to mid 20s over the northern interior, upper 20s to lower 30s along the coast. High pressure is going to hold off the precipitation long enough to just produce dry conditions during the morning rush hour. But as we get towards the afternoon, our low pressure system starts to approach. Meanwhile, our storm out to the west really starts to intensify, okay? So we start to get this low pressure system starting to fall in pressure very quickly. Cold air is racing towards the upper Midwest and the mid-Mississippi River Valley. Impressive snowfall starting to break out in the around Missouri, Iowa, up towards Wisconsin. Meanwhile, rain breaks out over much of the coastal plain. For the Poconos and Catskills, a brief period of snow will take place and then change over to rain. So we're talking about maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow for the Poconos and Catskills, for tomorrow afternoon and evening before the rapid changeover to rain and the warm air winds through. Now, this low pressure system will be lifting northward almost like a de facto warm front out ahead of this Arctic air mass. So this heavy rainfall will be lifting through in the evening hours, and right around when the Jets game's going on, you're going to expect waves of heavy rainfall, winds sustained from the east around 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusts over 30 miles per hour. Would not be surprised to see a 40 mile per hour gust as we move on through the evening hours towards midnight, and some very impressive heavy rainfall. Looking about 1 to 2 inches of rain. Rain will be taking over even for the northern interior at this point, as you get this strong push of warm air coming off the Atlantic right into the region, warming up the entire region. So we're on agreement, warm air wins today on this one. Temperatures will be rising into the 50s. Now, on Friday, your high temperatures, which will range from the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior, lower to mid 50s along the coast, will essentially occur between 1 and 4 a.m. So while you're sleeping, that is going to be the warmest part of the day. Friday by noon, the Arctic air mass is driving towards the region, and you're talking about temperature drops from the 40s and 50s to the teens and 20s in the span of maybe 2 hours. And you still have a lot of precipitation left over while that's happening. So you're setting up the flash freeze, your temperature's falling, winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting over 40 miles per hour, now going from the east to the west. While that's taking place, your temperatures are falling, and oh, by the way, you have precipitation ongoing. Now, I've been waiting for the mesoscale models to catch in on this, because the mesoscale models handle this scenario really much better and gives you a better idea on the potential for what we call anafront. That's precipitation behind the cold front. Now, understand this. You're going to be dealing with a line of intense precipitation along and just behind this cold front, with temperatures rapidly falling. So, yes, I do think that even for the coastal plain, you're going to see a changeover from rain to snow. So you will see snow on the coastal plain. I'm thinking about a trace to maybe an inch on cold surfaces here. We're not talking about a major snow event, okay? But my concern here is that with temperatures rapidly falling, you still have moisture behind you because you obviously have rain changing over to snow, temperatures crashing, strong winds. There is a chance here for a flash freeze that will set up some very slick and icy roadways as you head home in the evening hours, okay? So, morning, you leave. Hey, it's in the 50s. I don't need a coat. Bring a coat. You're going to need it because by the time you leave, temperatures are going to be about 50 degrees colder. Well, not 50, but let's say 30 degrees colder. And you're going to wish you had a heavy parka because temperatures will be falling through the 20s and the snow will be leaving. So this scenario here is not so much a heavy snowfall event, but more of a slick, icy roadways event. Okay? Well, in some respect, if you're into the white Christmas thing, technically, you have snow for Christmas because you're going to have snow on the grass and whatnot. And this snow isn't melting because temperatures are going to be falling. Well, they're going to be falling quite a bit. How much are they falling? Well, by the time we get to Saturday morning, you're talking about low temperatures in the single digits over the interior and mid-teens along the coast. So yeah, that snow, anything that falls is not going anywhere anytime soon. On Saturday afternoon, you're going to be dealing with sky cloud cover. Don't be surprised if you get a passing snow shower or two coming off of the Great Lakes, especially around the Poconos and Catskills. High temperatures in the lower to mid-teens over the interior, upper teens to mid-20s along the coast. On Christmas Day, and I believe the last day of Hanukkah, high pressure will start to build in an area low pressure well to our north. That's our upper level low, but continue to spin. So lake effect snow will be firing off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. So again, that opens up the threat for a flurry or two dropping into our region as well. Look for low temperatures on Christmas Day in the single digits to lower teens over the northern interior, lower to mid-teens along the coast, high temperatures in the mid to upper teens over the interior, lower to mid-20s along the coast, one of the coldest Christmases we've seen in over 30 years. And then on Monday, High pressure will be in control with scattered cloud cover. Look for low temperatures in the single digits to lower teens over the interior, mid to upper teens along the coast. High temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 20s over the interior, mid to upper 20s along the coast. On Tuesday, high pressure will start to shift northward. Scattered cloud cover can be expected. Look for low temperatures in the mid-teens over the interior, lower to mid-20s along the coast, high temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s over the interior, mid to upper 30s along the coast. And then we're watching something for Wednesday. Now, this is an interesting setup, okay? I've had several ensemble guides suggesting something could be popping here. I want to be very clear here. Do not trust the details right now. And this timing, much like the storm that we're dealing with right now, strongly depends on the interaction of different shortwaves, which we'll talk about tonight at 8 p.m. I'm sure I'm going to get plenty of questions about. So I wouldn't trust any model guidance right now in terms of the details, but just know you might be dealing with some scattered snow showers at the very least on Wednesday, with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid-teens over the interior, upper teens to mid-20s in your suburbs, mid to upper 20s along the coast, high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s over the interior, lower to mid-30s along the coast, with some interesting weather. So, this sounds like we have a lot to talk about tonight at 8 p.m. For our discussion. That is your detailed discussion for today. Again, if you are interested in enhancing and helping and spreading news about this weather channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in more information, and also we have a Discord chat, a premium side where I'm always answering questions that are asked me. Definitely check that out. It's just $11 a month or $80 a year. And also, it's a great present for Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you might be celebrating this time of year. Just $80 a year. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.